Bienvenidos a Despertando Conciencia, el programa de la Fundación Argentina Las Naciones Camino a la Verdad. En esta oportunidad, desde la ciudad de Nueva York y en oportunidad de nuestra visita a Naciones Unidas, tenemos el alto honor de poder entrevistar a Sarkin, a quien todo el mundo conoce por Safiyya, que es la presidenta y fundadora de la organización Women Beyond Survival, Mujeres por sobre la supervivencia. Es muy importante el trabajo que ellos están haciendo. Con Safiyya nos conocemos desde el año 2005, una trayectoria muy importante, y bueno, vamos a compartir ahora su visión y el trabajo que realiza. Hello, Safiyya. How are you doing?
Hello, Graciela. Very nice to see you again.
The pleasure is for us, really. We want to introduce to our audience in Argentina and all over the world through our program of TV, and we would like to share with you and with our audience which is the priority of your organization. Tell us, if it is possible, which is the work that you are doing and how are your experiences and whatever you want to share with our audience.
Our organization deals with the plight of women and children affected by war, conflict, and natural disaster. This becomes a cross-cutting sword for forced migration, human trafficking, gangs, and everything else in between. Because if you are at war, you are running for safety.
Exactly.
But if somebody says, "Ven aquí," do you know where you're going? Good. Are you running to heaven or are you running to hell?
Exactly.
They don't know what their life is all about. What happens? They become trafficked. They don't know the language. They don't understand the culture. They don't understand the country. They don't know where they're running to, but they know where they're running from.
Exactly.
This becomes another issue because 10,000 unaccompanied Syrian children, some drowned and others were trafficked. And then you have another situation where you don't have families due to war, so the gangs become your family.
Exactly.
So you become a child soldier, you become a victim and a perpetrator at the same time.
Or prostitution.
That all goes hand in hand because
Exactly.
you are forced into sex trade
Exactly.
against your will.
Exactly.
When somebody is forced against their will and they're held in a closet for months and weeks without water, without anything, it's treacherous. Many will not survive.
Exactly.
Many will not escape. Those that escape, they have severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
That's true.
The doctors here really don't understand. And if the
I don't know if it is only here. I'm sure that it's all around the world.
I believe it's a general statement globally.
Exactly.
Because if somebody says, "I can't sleep," the doctor says, "Here's a pill."
Exactly.
I have anxieties. Here is a pill.
Exactly.
This is not the answer to get them addicted to opiates.
No, because it's a trauma.
The answer is the arts and sports.
Exactly.
And this way, let them feel good about themselves, even if they were a perpetrator.
And also disposition of hearts to understand the scare that people have, also because they don't know many times the language and how to communicate with other people.
Especially
and the
when
culture different and many things, you know.
And they're forced into
violence.
situations that they don't know.
Exactly.
And like you said, they don't know the culture. They don't know the language. They don't know the people. And they're forced into situations. Even if it's from here.
Yes.
It's still, they're trafficked as children. They don't understand anything, even if they're born in America or if they're born in Argentina, if they're born in Venezuela. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Because as a child, what do you know?
Exactly.
You don't know about life. And all of a sudden, you see life in the raw. And this is very hard. I've dealt with child soldiers. I've dealt with gang members. And people I know that I do collaborate with, he's an ex-gang member who rehabilitates gang members. And because if you are a gang member, you're not going to trust me or you. You're going to trust somebody that was there.
Exactly.
And then you're going to trust that person to help you get on the straight path.
Because he can understand better which are your feelings and your way of seeing. You believe in a special kind of identify each other. That is the story.
Because we all have a certain identification.
Exactly.
Or an icon that somebody, especially if you're young, that you want to identify with.
With another
and it
young.
doesn't matter who it is or where you're from. Everybody, when you're young, you look up to a certain figure.
Right.
And especially if that's something you've been involved in.
Right.
They're not going to trust like us.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to natural disasters, we are there. Even with little money that we have, we managed to get medical supplies. Like when it came to the earthquake in Haiti, we went with medical supplies, administered first aid, and slept in the street.
But Haiti was a very particular country that suffered in a way that it's impossible to describe it, what happened there. And also the people that went there need to have a special heart to understand what happened there, no?
And believe me, what you saw,
you were
I
there.
was there. Yes.
Yes.
I was there and slept on the street.
Yes.
Because you didn't know what was safe. Many of the buildings, the structure
Claro.
was unsafe.
Claro.
And I even said to my Haitian American friend, I said, those people sleeping there, that building is going to fall.
Claro.
That building will fall on them. The next day, the building fell.
Wow. And many people died.
They died. And what I saw was not shown on the TV.
Claro.
It was horrible. But you do what you have to do with whatever little you have, because sometimes it's not money, it's giving of yourself and your
Exactly.
time.
A word.
The word,
A hand.
A hand, but the promise has to be your heart.
Exactly.
Because what we have is our word. We have nothing else.
And also our attitude to not discriminate because of the religion, because of the color of skin, because of the gender, because, you know?
If we could only live life and let people be who they are, whether they're striped, purple, pink, if they speak weirdly or if they do something weird, let a person be who they are.
Exactly.
The most important thing is their belief in God and their heart, and how they are with all the world. We can't change the world.
But we can try
We can change one
bring,
life at a time.
But we can try to bring light.
We can bring light, and if we can save one life,
Exactly.
we save all humanity.
Exactly.
We can just try to give them a better tomorrow.
Exactly.
And go from survive to thrive.
Exactly. It's marvelous always talk to you. We learn and we feel your heart. And it will be very nice if you can share with us also some things of your experiences in Africa, in Middle East. Tell us, please.
When I've been to many places in Africa. Our organization is in Central Africa Republic and in Chad. The places are very bad at this point right now, and there are wars and skirmishes and very dangerous. And there's over 200,000 refugees in one camp, over 100,000 IDPs, which means internally displaced persons, in Chad. Chad also borders Central Africa Republic in the south. They're having wars, and they're religious wars, and at this particular conjuncture in time, they're killing Muslims in Central Africa Republic. It's very horrible. And whenever
not only Muslim, Christians, whatever.
No, but in Central Africa,
especially Muslim,
they're targeting Muslims and they're performing cannibalism.
Oh my God!
It's so bad, and they know that Chad is 100% Muslim, and Central Africa Republic is more than 60%, and Central Africa Republic borders Chad in the south, Nigeria from the north.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very...
And in Gabon?
That's in another part.
Okay, yes, it's on Atlantic.
It's on the other side.
Claro.
I've been to Senegal, and I met with different people to do with... to develop their own land,
mm-hmm.
and without going to France for bread. You can grow wheat in a dry, arid area. Mm-hmm. You don't even need moisture. You just need to know what the land development is.
Claro.
And we went and saw heads of central bank in Senegal to try to convince them, stop importing your breads from France, be self-sustained.
Claro.
You can take whatever area that you have,
Claro.
whether it's a water high level area or a low level, you can grow wheat according to the level of what you have.
But many times it's they used to do the things in one way, and it's very difficult to change the mind.
No, you know what it is? It's when a country starts to control. They want to do, yes, they want to do this, and then they have the French to say, you cannot do this. Even when they want to, yes, it's colonialism all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on and on and on and on. Sierra Leone, I was there a few years after the war. It was terrible. And when you see kids without arms and without legs and without, it's just very bad. And the child soldiers, it was very, very, very bad. And Liberia and Sierra Leone, they're neighbors, and they were killing each other.
I have the opportunity to meet the ambassador of Sierra Leone, and the things that she told us, wow.
It was very bad.
Very, very bad.
And then when I stayed at friend's home in Bo, which is in the south. You can't believe that
the humankind can be so savage.
Well, when we look back and it says never again, look what happened during World War II with Hitler, what they did. And they said it'll never happen again. Then you had Rwanda, then you had Sierra Leone, and you have Syria, and you have Yemen, and you keep on having genocides. The Cameroon in Cambodia. Genocide. I don't know what happened to human beings. We no longer became human, we became animals. The human heart disappeared. As soon as somebody says, if you do this for me, I will do that for you. This is a very sad state of affairs, especially when you know mosquitoes are the number one killer. The second is man. This is the truth. The number one killer of people is mosquitoes. The number two are human beings.
Wow.
Animals kill to eat. We kill for the hell of it.
Exactly.
We are not white, yellow, pink, black. There's only one race, the human race.
The human race.
And as soon as everybody understands that we are part and parcel of the human race, maybe
we need to identify with that.
That's exactly right.
That is what is loose.
That's exactly it. I don't care if you're pink. I don't care what your religious background is. We are all human beings.
Exactly.
We cry the same. We bleed the same. We are the same.
We smile.
We smile.
Cry.
If we understand that we have more similarities than differences, maybe we'll finally get along with one another. And maybe we can create some peace. Because if you start, that's exactly right. If you start with the neighborhood, and then you start with the community, then you start with your state, and then you can go further and further and further and further till you hit the world.
What happened is that one thing is that somebody told you, But something very different is when you have in person the experience to see that.
And I've been and I've seen it.
I know that.
I have seen it. It doesn't help you from stopping to cry. When I was in Central African Republic, there were 3,000. They were all raped. From the grandchild to the grandmother to the mother, they were all raped. The Minister of Culture, she watched her husband get shot, and they raped her kids in front of her.
Wow.
I've seen a lot, and it doesn't make you stronger. It just makes you want to fight harder and to stop the tears so you can help and help and help and help to prevent this from happening. Because as soon as there's war, rape is the booty of war.
I would like if you have the opportunity now to give your message from your heart to our audience.
I just want to say to everyone in Argentina and the world, let's live a good life according to the way God wants us to live. Don't judge a human being. Judge only yourself to be a better person. Look deep inside your own self. Let God be the judge. Let us all be together as one human being, as one stick, with love and peace in our heart.
Thank you, Marcia, for giving us this time of your very important and exciting life. And we hope that your organization can grow, not only for help women, but also childs and everybody. I know your heart since many years ago, and I know that you have a special strength, to do this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone in Argentina. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias por vuestro tiempo. Esto ha sido, es y será Despertando Conciencia, el programa de amor de la Fundación Argentina de las Naciones Camino a la Verdad, que desde Nueva York estamos intentando entrevistar distintas porciones de la vida que componen al globo, nuestro querido planeta, ese globo mundo que tanta gente se empeña en destruir y que muchos somos los que queremos conservar. Gracias por vuestro tiempo y continuamos luchando por la vida. Gracias.